alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are returning to the Khilafat of Hazrat Abu Bakr. Hazrat Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu now wanted to turn his attention to two main dominions, the Persian Empire and the Roman Empire. These were known as two superpowers during the Khilafat of Hazrat Abu Bakr. They were powerful and their armies were strong, they were well equipped. So Hazrat Abu Bakr wanted to turn his attention to conquer these areas, to bring and to spread Islam into parts of Persia, Iraq, Iran, Russia, and parts of the world. So he turned his attention to the Persian Empire, where he sent Khalid bin Walid as the army general. Khalid bin Walid was an excellent army general and a commander of the army. On the instruction of Hazrat Abu Bakr, he fought many battles. It took 4 battles before victory was in sight. He was happy with the outcome, and most of Persia was now under the control of the Muslims. Khalid bin Walid requested from Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu to move forward, but the Khalifa refused and asked him to stay and settle. It is then that Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu turned his attention to the Romans. Here, he sent Khalid bin Sa'id as the commander and general in charge. Khalid bin Sa'id was sent to oppose the Roman army. He started off with a few battles, and the most important battle in this history was known as the Battle of Ajnadain. Battle of Ajnadain took place in the 13th year after Hijrah. When this battle was completed and victory was in near sight, the news of this victory reached Hazrat Abu Bakr radiallahu on his deathbed. We now conclude the battles, and we're going to speak a bit on the principles of war and how Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu advised his army, his men, his people. Hazrat Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu was a man of excellent character and class. He was the closest friend of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his closest confidant. He was the first man to accept Islam, thus having been side by side with Rasulullah in good times and in bad times, as we can say. Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu would never take any decision without consultation. His first thing that he would do, if he needed to address any issue, whether it be a personal issue, a dispute, something concerning a problem, something in the consultative assembly, he would first look at the Quran. His first go-to thing would be the Quran. He would look for the answer in the Quran. If he could not find the answer in the Quran, then he would ask senior Sahaba if they would recall a hadith, maybe said in the time of Rasulullah, or if they remembered a hadith in the time of Rasulullah. So it would be Quran, then hadith. After this, if there was no hadith that could come to mind, he would conclude and speak to senior Sahaba and make mashwara. This is how Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu ran his assembly, how he ran his cabinet. We can say his cabinet. He always made mashwara and took advice. He was never above the law. He always consulted the Sahaba and made mashwara so that he would know that he is taking advice. He never ever thought for once that his decision would always be correct. So taking a lesson from these lessons and these pearls of the Sahaba that they have left with us is always one thing in our life that we should also practice on and take this lesson from the Sahaba is we should always look for the answers within our Quran, our Hadith, and we should always take mashwara. Mashwara is something taught to us by Sahaba. And if we do this, then inshallah, we will find ourselves making the right decision. So we will end this lesson here and we will take wisdom from what we have learned here today and may we practice on what we have learned. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The kitab that I'm using is Khulafaa-e-Rashideen from the Lenasia Muslim Association.